morning. We up early. Good morning. I'm up early because I went to sleep early. So I figure we'll have an old school class. It's my. Y'all got to get some of that. Yes, Lord. Every other power is already defeated. Yes. Y'all gonna say this. Good morning. You said you made it to season 3, Leon. I'm trying to give everybody time. Trying to give everybody time to get through it. Because, come on. But I know folks got kids and families. I don't have that issue. I got kids and I got, but they don't live with me. So I know that's a different life. When you got babies living with you, you got to move around and watch TV when you can. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, T. Well, good morning, T. Good morning, Joyce. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Y'all want some class before y'all get up and get moving? I don't know if you're ready. I say get all your stuff. I don't know if it's going to affect you or not. I'm not responsible. I'm going to tell you right now. And it's early. And yeah, he already do food flopped on my head, so I figure I'll come share with y'all if you want some. Good morning, Summer. Good morning, Tomorrow Day. Good morning. Y'all want some? I'll share. Have I received packages? Something was delivered yesterday. I just have not gone to get them because I always have to try to find a place to put stuff before I go to the post office box. Because I never know what's going to be there, so don't be mad at me, but I haven't been just yet. Because I got to find a place to put whatever it is that y'all see. And I'm grateful. I'm going to go. I promise. I just be trying to figure out where's it going to go. Where is it going to go? Good morning. I'll be having to try to find places to put stuff, so I'll be there. I'll probably go later on today. Maybe. That was my plan, actually, because I think 2 things have been delivered, so don't be mad at me. I'm trying. I love y'all, and I'm appreciative of everything y'all said, y'all. I just meet y'all. I'm like, oh my God. I never know what's going to be there, and I'm running out of space in this little place. I want and need some class this morning. I'm ready. Okay, good job. I'm going to have to make me some more coffee because I need my 2nd cup already. And get your pen and paper. And I said, let's get ready to study early in the morning. Why not? This is how we started. Remember, I'll be up about 3. I've been asking God, can you please allow me to get back up early? I don't want to be asleep till 9 o'clock. I don't like it. I feel like my day be gone. By 5 o'clock, I'm ready to lay down. Then I'll be tired. I don't know what's going on with this. Just getting off work. Morning crew up early, yes. I'm grateful. We used to have classes. I don't know if you know that. This used to be our normal morning class time, and then a shift happened. I think it was when the water went the other way. I don't know. Good morning, Coco. So I'm gonna go make me some coffee. Y'all can do the same, or get your jammies on, or take your shower because you about to go to sleep. I don't know what y'all do. You said I'm about to drive my school bus. Okay. Do you anoint your bus before you let them kids on there? Do you? Baby, all the spirits and stuff out? Oh, okay. I was about to say, baby, because them kids come from all kinds of places. You got to cover yourself, too. I remember the morning classes. They were awesome. But we about to get one in. We ain't had one in a long time. I'm trying to be quiet because my neighbors be sleeping, but you play gospel too. Good job. Can you play that song, I Can Be Anything, for them kids today? No, Shantae. There's no reason for me to. we already bought stuff to combat that. But we know it's coming. No reason to. That's why we got solar power generators and wood burning stoves, so that if it ain't no light, we didn't figure out how to make candles with grease and a little water and a little lime peel or something. That's it. That's all. We know it's coming, so we prepare for it. You said, Jesus, I'm about to go back to sleep, CERCA. I'm gonna have to go. Good night. I ain't saying you gotta stay up. That's what we got rewatches for. Good night. Yeah, love you too. Make sure you pray. Yeah. So it ain't nothing to talk about. It's gonna be dark, and you need to make sure you have stuff so that you don't gotta be in the dark. Go make me some coffee. I'll be back. Get your regular Bible on Bible Gateway, because you're gonna need 2 versions of the Bible open, please and thank you. I'm about to have 6 grandkids, y'all. I am really somebody grandma. A lot of people's. 6 line of people's grandma I am. That is wild, right? So that's like Jacob and his 12 kids. And it was all these different lines that came out of Jacob. Like, I'm literally watching that happen. And it's wild. I'm telling you, it's blowing my mind. I just knew I was going to be about 50 before they gave me some grandkids, baby. I'm 46 with about to be 6. What the heck? Good morning, Miss Duncan. Good morning. Look here. Could y'all give me a minute? Just a quick minute. Just give me one quick minute and let me just. They said no, absolutely not. You're gonna be a grandma early, about 41. You said you have grandbaby number 7 on the way. Oh, so I'm competing with you now, I guess. Not competing, but we in, because I don't compete. You know what I mean? We in the same girl. 6. Y'all didn't even give me a chance to get to know the first 3. It's already another 3 coming. Got it. You said I had my last baby at 47. What is wrong with y'all? No, I know God said you had to. Girl, you almost made me cuss early in the morning, and I'm trying not to do that. Thank you. Yeah. She 8. Y'all always want to come here talking crazy early in the morning. I know. It was Miss Rhodes last night. Came in here talking about something I won't say out my mouth, but wow. Your oldest is 37 and you have an 8-year-old. Girl. Ooh wee. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on from this cop. Right. We're gonna move on. She 55 with an 8-year-old. That's what she said. That the numbers is numbering. God is funny. I'm just gonna leave it. See, the Bible says those things that you speak, they come to pass. So when y'all be saying crazy stuff like that, I don't be wanting to ignore y'all comments. I said this yesterday, but I don't be wanting to say that out my mouth. I do not be wanting to say that out of my. I don't want to say that. My auntie had her first baby at 45, like 45. Girl, no, she was older than that. No, she was. No, yeah. She was probably about 45, because I think I was like 38 or something like that. My son was 17 or about 18 when she had her first baby. And I'm her niece. All my kids was grown just about when she had her first baby. I think my youngest was like maybe probably 12 or 13. And my auntie, yeah, he was born a uncle, a great uncle or something already. I think, girl. Hmm. I think he was born like a great uncle already. I don't know. It's crazy. Well, I'm a great auntie already. That's y'all. I didn't even push the dang button. It's early. Okay, so look, let's get it. We ain't even gonna take all day. If you up, you up. Good morning. Do you have your coffee? Did you go pee? Brush your teeth if you need to. Start making the kids food. Put that load of clothes in the dryer and in the washer. Go on and do it now. That way you feel productive by the time 7 o'clock comes. Okay? Come on and do what you're supposed to do. You're going to get it done. Thank you. Okay? That way you feel like before 7 you done did something. Take your meat out. So that way you can have your meat defrosted by 12. You said I'm up watching his Dark Materials. Well, we about to have class. You said, listen, you're gonna need your Bible Gateway today. And again, I'm not responsible for whatever you feel in this classroom. Please keep your vegetables and anything that comes from agriculture to yourself. And that's pretty much everything. Shoes have rubber on them. Those come from trees. That's agriculture. So anything that comes from anything like that, I don't want it. And pretty much everything that we use comes from the earth. So there's that. Okay. So get your Bible Gateway open. And let's get. Please tell me this iPad is charged. Pray to these. Nope. It's y'all fault. Before I met y'all, I used to keep my devices charged. Now, I'll be like, it is what it is. I'll get back to it. I go to sleep. I woke up today, everything in my house was not charged. All my phones was dead. iPad was dead. iPads were dead. Alright. So, if they start tripping over here, y'all already know we going to Substack. Because they was playing yesterday. And this is why we don't come over here. But we on YouTube too. So, if what... Thank you. If what we about to say be ruffling feathers and stuff, we just go ahead and go on over to YouTube or Substack, CERCA TROVA 22. That's where we gonna go, because they was playing yesterday. Ain't no telling. Uh-oh, and ain't nobody got no time to be fooling with these folks. Oh, y'all. It seems like every time I put this stuff back, I have to pull it out again. For whatever reason. papers. Jeez. Okay. Good morning. We on Bible Gateway today, and we are going to the book of Ezekiel. Is y'all ready? Do you got your pen and paper? Hopefully you do. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get all of this together because y'all know this iPad be tripping. Okay. There we go. Are y'all ready? Do you need another moment? You got your pen and paper? You got your stuff. Are you ready? If you're driving, this don't apply to you. If you're getting the kids up cooking, get ready, go home. This don't apply to you. Okay, I was about to say. Y'all know all that other stuff. You got stuff to do, I get it. It's the school year. You gotta pack lunches and all of that stuff. So here we go. We're going to Ezekiel 22. And the two versions that I need you to have open on Bible Gateway are the KJV and the NIV. And we're mainly going to read out of the NIV, but there's a couple parts that I want us to look up on both, okay? Y'all got me? Y'all want to know what's something that's weird to me? I ain't going to say it. I'm going to just leave it. And because I just said it before, but it's real weird. I remember my mom getting up when we were younger, and she would put a tape in, as she called it. You said, we're not back on TikTok. We be door knocking because we figured people was going to be looking for us. And so we just wanted to see if what God told us was going to happen in the beginning happened at the end, and it did. He was like, we been looking for y'all. We've been looking for y'all. We've been in the same place. Not here, but we've been on YouTube. So, y'all over there, is y'all ready? Y'all got y'all two? I know. It's okay. I'm used to it. I told y'all this happened in my real life all the time. God had me tell somebody something, and they think for whatever reason that they don't have to like pay attention, and then it happens, and then they be trying to get in contact with me, and God be even move me to another place, change my phone number, everything, and that be it. But it happens. It does. Good morning, everybody. We are in Ezekiel 22 on Bible Gateway. Preferably, if you can have KJV and NIV open, and we're going to start. It's early, but y'all used to early classes. Oh, okay. Okay. It won't let y'all engage? I don't know why they keep doing that. They be deleting comments and everything. It's wild. Good morning. All right. Y'all ready? Good morning. I know, and I don't know why. We don't even mess with nobody. We ain't messy or nothing. We mind our business. And they just constantly doing stuff. All right, here we go. So what's it? I don't need these for this. Here we go. We're going to start in a New International Version. So it says, the word of the Lord came to me, Son of man, will you judge her? Will you judge this city of bloodshed? Hey, it's all right, you know. Okay? Will you judge this city of bloodshed? Then confront her with all her detestable practices. Can y'all tell me the definition of detestable? What's the definition of, I'm gonna have to paint these a little differently. What's the definition of detestable? Tell me. Please. Good morning. We're in Ezekiel 22 on Bible Gateway versions KJV and NIV. Interesting. Gotta look it up and tell me. Detestable. What we got? Y'all still asleep? Hello? Everybody's still waking up. You need another cup of coffee. Extremely hateful, awful, or deserving to be hated. Ooh. Means extremely hateful, awful, or deserving to be hated. Awful. Deserving of being hated. Does that sound like a nice word to you? Hey. Huh? Good morning. Do you want God to think that your acts are detestable? That your thoughts are detestable? Good morning, Kiva. That it is almost so gross that it'll make him hate you? Ain't that crazy? And people be like, oh, God forgives. Yeah, he gets sick to his stomach too. The same things that'll make you turn your nose up. Right. A very scary place to be. Right? Here we go. Then confront her with all her detestable practices and say, this is what the sovereign Lord says. Hold on. Go back. Okay. I'm trying to be not too loud because of my neighbors. Y'all know how I get. What's the definition of practices? I apologize. Y'all supposed to look that up too. What's the definition of practices before we move forward? Put on whatever you need to put on. Your hard hat, get your shield, your ambulance ready, whatever you need to do. Because just come on in. And I got woke up to this, so I'm sharing it with y'all. Oh. What's the definition for practices? That's hard. Habitual actions. Repeated actions, habitual ways of doing things, regular exercise, customary ways of doing things, repeated training to gain skill, or the active exercise of professional trade. So this ain't something you did one time, it's something you keep doing. You keep doing things that will make God almost hate you. What was they doing? You, How frustrated do you get with your children when you have to repeatedly tell them not to do the exact same thing? If you work in management, how frustrated do you get when you have an employee that refuses to learn but begs for their job? Hello. How frustrated would you be with your spouse if for 5 years, every single Friday, you have to say the same thing? And they say they're going to do better, and then they don't. How frustrated would you be? Would you believe them when they said they were going to change? You said, I can't stand it. Interesting. Do you ever think that we do God that way? We keep telling them we're going to change, and every Friday we do the same thing. Every Wednesday, we do the same thing. It's almost like, when will you learn? You said you would lose it. Interesting. Thank God he got, you said it's too early. SMH. Kiva, I said get your stuff on. I don't know what you're going to need on today, but I'm trying to help y'all get y'all stuff on. I told you to put your armor on. We ain't even got down through here. Let's just keep going. Ooh. And say, this is what the Sovereign Lord says. You city that brings on herself doom by shedding blood in her midst and defiles herself by making idols. Please give me the definition of doom and defile. Doom and defile. So we already got detestable practices, which is something you keep doing that he does not like, and it's repetitive. And now we see doom, and defile. I wonder if this is, like a pattern. Let's see. What we got? I got my hammer right here just in case too. Defile is to sully, mar, or spoil. The other is death and destruction. Death and ruin? What? Good morning. Dang. So after you continue to do things that he doesn't like, spoil comes and situations start to die in your life. Defile means to make something or someone unclaimed, impure, or unholy. Interesting. We're just gonna keep going. It says, and defiles herself by making idols. What is an idol? Good morning, baby. Good morning. What is an idol? We had an American one, right? We got idols right now. There are people that humans idolize, and they shouldn't. There are cars that people idolize, and they shouldn't. There are clothing lines, and an object of worship A greatly admired person or false mental notion. Interesting. So let me ask you a question. When you go to a concert and you raise your hands and you are so ecstatic about being there, and the person comes out and you raise your hands up and you scream to the top of your voice, OMG, I love you. Oh my God, I love you. That is worship. Oh my God, I love you. Ain't that crazy? Something so simple. But your hands are raised and you are screaming and shaking and praising a person. But you will go to church and barely clap your hands. You won't even clap your hands at home. I don't care if it's a gospel artist. I don't care if it's adoration. Huh? We don't want to talk about it. We'll move on. Okay. You have become guilty because of the blood you have shed and have become defiled by the idols you have made. Can you tell me that you said my in my church lady voice? Hey, Dusty. You said we need to hear. Isn't that wild how quickly that happens? When's the last time you stood up and praised and worship, if you do go to church, and screamed that loud and was about to pass out because you met with the Lord that day? Just moving and unaware. Interesting. What about if your husband or wife buys you something that you've wanted for a very, very long time? How do you conduct yourself? Do you clap your hands? Do you scream? Do you cry? What do you do? And do you give that energy every day when God wake you up or he does something special for you? Do you give things more adoration, loyalty, and worship than you do the Creator that keeps your heart beating every day, that keeps your lungs expanding, your circulatory system doing what it's supposed to do, the neurons and whatever else electricity need to be firing in your brain? Do you give him that much adoration for those things? And I'm guilty. I don't be super ecstatic, not every day, but a lot of days I do. Life gets hard. You said I've been crying out to God a lot lately. Listen, Dusty, it's a real thing. Think about it. Our favorite show come on, we prepping. So excited, giddy, ready, and be in expectation of the next episode, but not the next touch or communication from God, message from God. Ain't that crazy? I'm talking to y'all and I'm talking to myself as well. A lot of us are always looking for the next best thing, and God is telling us, you know what? I'm the best thing you ever gonna find. You said, what the heck? What's wrong, D? Good morning. You gonna say hey family after you say what the heck. Yeah, this the hood class. What you said what the heck for? We done did something wrong already. Listen. Oh, your alarm just went off. Got it. I'm like, what? Okay. I don't know. You mean by yourself? Well, we in Ezekiel 22. KJV, NIV on Bible Gateway. All right, here we go. It says, because of the blood you have shed, and you have become defiled by the idols you have made. You have brought your days to a close, and the end of your your years has come. Isn't that crazy that you can make God so angry or so irritated that he'd be like, I don't even want you on my earth no more. You use the breath in your body to do as much wrong and so many things that get under my skin that I just don't want to deal with this anymore. That's a scary thought that God can get to that point with you because you refuse to learn. Scary to think about. People don't want to see that side of God, but it's there, and we're seeing it. There is mass unalivings happening on every continent of the planet, and people are being deceived to only focus on one space. But it's happening everywhere. We're just not hearing about it. He's tired. And we getting ready to see just how tired. Just like a parent that has withheld retribution, right? No, it's not retribution. That has held the belt back. I'm gonna say that. Okay? And he getting ready to let loose. It's a scary thing to think about. I was thinking about this last night, that there are entities that have been on souls, okay, not demons, but souls that have been on this earth, and you know what? They can't never pray and get a prayer through to God again. You said was shocked to see you on, and I was playing. You said as soon as I tapped in. Interesting. You seen a girl in Mississippi? Yeah, it's crazy, right? When you leave this body, there's no more prayers to be heard. You don't think about it when you don't get up and pray, right? But it'll be one day that you can't pray no more. That's something to think about. There's gonna come a time when you won't even have the option. Prayers are for this side. You said, yes, losing my son was a huge wake-up call for me. Listen, it's a real thing, Dusty. And people, I've done it too, just got up and went on my way, didn't think nothing about it. But when you're on the other side, there's no room for prayer. You said I tried to email you that last week, went back to my emails and it was rejected. Interesting. You said it took 7 months for me to start sleeping out of my grief, but I'm still hurting. But I'm reaching for God again. Come on, it's okay. It's all right. God knows. Do you understand when I be telling y'all I'm not even getting my calls? They got a hold to my devices, honey. Real crazy. I look up and have 5 missed calls, and my phone is sitting right next to me, and it's on vibrate. And guess what? It won't vibrate. Text. I'm not seeing them. I'm looking at my phone. Ain't no text there. Go. Now it's from 4 hours ago. That's happening on your phone too. It's a lot of stuff. Pictures ain't coming through. I can't. People like my daughter was like, I sent you some pictures, baby. I ain't got not one of them of my new grandson. She had to resend them and send them on my iPad. Listen, I keep trying to tell y'all the people been here. They was listening so hard yesterday. I got an important call. I couldn't even. They was like, I can't hear you. I said, I know it's a lot of people on the phone right now. So I believe it. I don't know. And I wish that's why I wish I didn't have to use that email. I wish I didn't have to use a lot of that stuff. But I have to. Good morning. It's real. Y'all seen what happened. Amen. What's my saying? If something happened to me, I ain't sad or nothing. You hear me? I'm not sad. I'm not going to hurt myself because I love my grandbabies and I want to see them grow up. Hello. I don't care what they say. I ain't going to do it. Nope. Mm-mm. I am not sad. I love my life. Everything is amazing. It be difficult, but everything is amazing. You said I just had a dream about you and you was in a boat. Baby, listen. Out in the middle of deep water. And you know I got the thalassophobia. You said even when nephew was trying to call you, didn't hear it. Exactly. You said yes, you give calm and peaceful. This the thing. What is stressing gonna do? I hate when I let myself get over there and I be irritated for something that, he already didn't see the outcome. So why am I angry? Why am I frustrated that it's not happening? Only because it's not happening when I want it to happen. That's where the frustration comes from. You hear me? That's where it comes from. Because if you knew what was going to happen, you wouldn't be irritated. If you knew how he was going to work it out, you wouldn't be crying. So it just, what can you do about it? Anyway, here we go. You just be stressing yourself out for no reason, and we all do it. I know, because I just did it recently. But for what? And then you just come to your senses. I'm not about to let you keep me in this space, Lucifer. Because God has not ever left me. It's not ever. Now, he might not have gave me what I wanted when I wanted it. And then I look back sometimes and be like, ooh, thank you, God. Because I thought that was good and it was horrible. It was detestable. Okay? So, it is what it is. Here we go. It says, you have brought your days to a close, and the end of your years has come. Therefore, I will make you an object of scorn to the nations, and a laughingstock to all the countries. See how each of the princes of Israel who are in you uses his power to shed blood. Never mind. I'm just going to leave you. Those who are near and those who are far away will mock you, you infamous city full of turmoil. Does any of that sound familiar to you? No, don't say, just say yes if it is. Just right now, in our world right now, does this sound familiar? Huh? Think about it. Those who are near and those who are far away will mock you, you infamous city full of turmoil. Can you please tell me what the definition of turmoil is? Just wait, because the way God was in my head this morning, I said, ugh. It was good for then, it was good for the middle, and it's good for right now at the end. Yeah, real crazy. What's the definition of turmoil? Tell me. A state of great destruction, confusion, and uncertainty. Did you hear that? Confusion. A state of great destruction, confusion, or uncertainty? Would you say that that applies to 20 and 26? Chaos. Good morning. You would? How about y'all? A state of great destruction, confusion, or uncertainty. Would you apply that to the year 2026? Wildfires, earthquakes. Huh? Oh. A great confusion, disturbance, or disorder. Interesting. Things are not normal. Not the way they normally are. Yeah. Interesting. So something that was written thousands of years ago is relevant to today. Even the group of people that are mentioned, what's happening is relevant to what's happening. Okay? Wild that God knew way back when that this was going to be a thing in 20 and 26. Okay? I just need y'all to see. Listen. See how each one of the princes of Israel who are in you uses his power to shed blood. In you, they have treated father and mother with contempt. In you, they have oppressed the foreigner and mistreated the fatherless and the widow. Is that happening right now? In Azag it is. Right? Those things are happening right now at the hands of the princes of a certain place. Right now. So how did Ezekiel know what was going to be happening in 20 and 26? Tell me. How did he know that? You bet. Look. You have despised my holy things and desecrated my Sabbaths. Okay. You said fatherless and widows means those without covering. Amen. Amen. We're just going to move on. It's okay. Again, how did Ezekiel know that a certain group of people will be doing something in 20 and 26? All the nations right now are in an uproar about a certain group of people. Yes or no? For one reason or another. They have been swayed to go a one way or the other. Yes or no? And depending on which side you're on, you and your children could be subject to what we just read. Yes or no? Good morning, Kim. No? Okay. In you are slanderers who are bent on shedding blood. Can you tell me the definition of slanderings? Please. What's the definition of slanderings? The act of making a false spoken statement that harms a person or business's good name and reputation. Making false and damaging statements about someone. I got you. Okay. So let me ask you a question. Is there a person mentioned, and don't say who they are, just say yes. Is there a group of people mentioned in what we are reading that are lining up with what we're reading right now? The people that are mentioned in what we have read so far, right, are doing this very thing right now in 2026, but Ezekiel saw it way back when. They are going against a country because there's a specific thing that they want. And so they are slandering this certain country to the nations of the world, while subsequently also being the people that are shedding the blood. Right? Right? They're shedding the blood. And they're oppressing the widows and the fathers and the... Okay. I just wanted to see if y'all see what I saw. Okay. Let's just come on. Here we go. Trying to show you something. It says, in you are those who eat at the mountain shrines and commit lewd acts. Can you tell me the definition of lewd? What's the definition of lewd? What's the definition of lewd? Good morning. Good morning. Tell me. Rude, indecent, or obscene behavior that is overly sexual in an offensive or socially unacceptable. Interesting. LEWD. Okay. So, do you all remember the stories in New York about the children coming out of the floor and they pulled all them dirty mattresses out of there? Y'all remember? This same group of people says it's okay to be a map, okay, until they're 3 years old. And then after that, they become a virgin again. Would you consider that lewd? In you are those who dishonor their father's bed. In you are those who violate women during their period, when they are ceremonially unclean. In you, one man commits a detestable offense with his neighbor's wife. Another shamefully defiles his daughter-in-law, and another violates his sister, his own father's daughter. This is scripture. Some of the princes of the place that we named went on vacations with other people, and all of those people that they hang out with do this right here. Right or wrong? This is happening right now. No? In certain leadership, this very thing Is it not? So how would Ezekiel know that the princes of a certain place would be participating in at all of these things, or in all of these things simultaneously in 20 and 26? Ezekiel. It's not one thing that we've read on in 22 that isn't happening right now with this very group of people. Right now. You're right. There is nothing new under the sun, but how did he know in 2026 that all of it would be happening at the same time? History does repeat itself. It does. But again, how is it still so relevant to 20 and 26? It could have been one or two of the things, all of them. Because prior to now, a lot of this wasn't common knowledge, right or wrong. It's only been since the last couple of years that what we are reading right here about the elites and the people that they hang out with, that this really even came out. We've always suspected, but in the last 5 to 10 years, the Me Too Act and all of this old stuff came, hello, that exposed the masses to what really be going on behind the scenes. And people's idols shattered their hearts when they found out that everything that we see is acting. Knowledge has increased, exactly. So again, how did Ezekiel know that all of this, excuse me, was going to be happening at one time in 20 and 26? And people say the Bible ain't real. Well, he is calling. You know what? Let's go. In you are people who accept bribes to shed blood. I encourage you to go. You said it makes me think of the instructions that I gave Noah when there was never a rainy day. Exactly. Mm-hmm. When you get time, I need you to go watch PBS, their last interview that they did. And then I want you to come back to the scripture when you have time, okay? Do you hear me? It's a very important interview that PBS just did. And after we get out of class, if you can, there's snippets on TikTok and wherever else. I need you to watch them. PBS got some of it on their channel, okay? I need you to pay attention. All right, here we go. It says you take interest and make profit from the poor. Yes or no? For the princes of this place. 22. Tariffs is a tax. Okay. All right. You extort unjust gain from your neighbors. Can you tell me what the definition of extort is? Please. You're welcome. What is it? Forced. Extort means to get money, property, or favors from a person by using force, threats, intimidation, or misuse of authority. Obtain something by force, threat, or other unfair means. Interesting. Intimidation or the abuse of power. Distort means to twist, change. No, extort. Extort. Is that happening right now? Are people being forced from a certain place? And it used to only be one place. And now that there was a marriage of a certain situation, um, that same thing has started to happen where we are. Right? See, it was different when it was in Azag. But now that it's in a Sioux, people have a problem with it. Right? When it was in Azag, it was like, oh, that's so horrible what's happening to them. But now it's in a Sioux. And we watching it on the same things that were happening. Because of the marriage that happened. So what we saw in Azag is starting here. And it's all because of the princes of who we mentioned in here. It's amazing how Ezekiel knew that. Let's keep going. It says, and you have forgotten me, declares the sovereign Lord. I will surely strike my hands together at the unjust gain you have made and at the blood you have shed in your midst. There are some people on this planet that think they have gotten away. But you know what they also understand? That there has to be a certain amount of bloodshed for God to go on and do what He about to do. Also, for their God to be brought to power, there needs to be sacrifices of the innocent. Not guilty folks. They don't want them. They want innocent blood. Wild, right? Crazy. And that's what they keep taking. Over and over and over and over and over. Because they're trying to provoke their God to come on and come on through. So that the areas that have been trampled, it's about to be a dance battle right there. Oh, the vultures and stuff that already showed up over there. They've been there. All of the meat-eating birds that need to be there to gorge themselves on the flesh of the soldiers and stuff. Yeah, they've been there for a while. I think since the 90s, early 2000s, all the vulture species have gone back to a certain place where these princes are that we've been talking about. Interesting. I think that's pretty wild, don't you? They're getting ready. See, one group of people thinking they about to make heaven on earth. And God said, oh no. No, it's the opposite way. You're about to live in hell on earth. Huh? Oh, okay. Here we go. Will your courage endure, or your hands be strong in the day I deal with you? I, the Lord, have spoken, and I will do it. I will disperse you among the nations and scatter you through the countries, and I will put an end to your uncleanness. Excuse me. When you have been defiled in the eyes of the nations, you will know that I am the Lord. Then the word of the Lord came to me, Son of man, the people of Israel have become dross to me. Can you please tell me the definition of dross? Tell me what it say. What is dross? Mm, mm, mm. He's very angry at this point. What is the meaning of dross? Ooh, waste, rubbish, or the dirty scum that floats on top of melted metal. Ooh, what? Why would he say that? Is that why they feel like he boiling in his own excrement in the hot place? Huh? You said Hebrew for refuse. Okay, thank you. Huh? The scum? Could it be because they believe that he is boiling in his own excrement? Could that be why he feel the way he do about them? That's a harsh way for God to feel against his own creation, don't you think? Huh? Would you want God to feel like you're dross? Dross is waste material, scum, or impurities that float to the top of melted metal during smelting. In everyday speech, it means trash, rubbish, or anything seen as completely worthless. You want God to see you as worthless? Good for nothing? Because this is how he had got to the point with Israel way back in Ezekiel days. Interesting. Absolutely not. Me either. Here we go. Ooh. All of them are the copper, tin, and iron and lead left inside the furnace. He said, you ain't even good enough for me to bring out. You to waste. They are but the dross of silver. Therefore, this is what the sovereign Lord says, because you have all become dross. I'm sorry, because you have, all become dross, I will gather you into Jerusalem as silver, copper, iron, lead, and tin are gathered into a furnace to be melted with a fiery blast. Right. Could that be because they're going to put Jesus's rival on the throne? Could that be why he feels that way? Because the dirt is going to be so saturated with the life of humans, the beautiful earth that God created is going to be saturated with the life of humans. So much so that it says it's going to go up to the horse's bridle. Could that be why there's going to be fire there? Because the actions that they are taking now are a part of the destruction of the world. You know what's funny? There were some angels back in the day that made a pact, and that began the destruction of the world as well. The even crazier thing is that there is an organization that is atop of that same mountain that are now making the decisions that are going to cause the destruction of the entire world. Wonder what spirits are driving their decisions. Could it have been the ones that have been angry since the flood and before? And they want to see God's most prized possession no longer exist if they're not in control of it. No, Dusty, you know we don't type stuff like that. I love you. We know it's coming, but you already know they playing. Remember, no. Baby girl, we too late in the game for all of that. If you know what I'm saying, you just know it. You've been here a long time. I love you, and I know you've been through a lot of stuff. But it's the same now. You already know they be blocking my stuff. So when I'm not saying it, it's for a reason, and that's been the thing the whole time. Anytime that I'm talking like this, you know you don't. We just don't say it. I love you. All right. So I will gather you in my anger and my wrath and put you inside the city and melt you. Now, that's relevant because there's a migration happening to that very city, is it not? There's a settlement happening in that very area right now. How would Ezekiel know that in 2026, when all of that other stuff was going on, that there was going to be a migration of people moving to a specific place all of a sudden? Thinking that this is the place that they're going to hide from God in his destruction. And he said, y'all don't even know. I'm bringing y'all all there for the fireworks. You think that's crazy? They think that pushing other people out is about to be this grand party, and they don't even know that the same fire that they rained down, God said, I'm collecting y'all all in one place. So it'll be easier for the extermination. The same way y'all been rounding folks up and putting them in jails and camps and stuff. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow, right? Ain't that crazy? Y'all thought y'all was getting over by pushing people out of their neighborhoods, and God said, ooh, well, guess what? That was a part of my plan. I need to get all of y'all that did all of that craziness in one space. Because I'm about to show y'all how big I am. seeing as how you went through my world, lying and scheming and doing whatever it is that you wanted to do to scratch your way to power and to control my world that I made. Oh, okay, joke is on them, Sasha. Ain't that crazy? If you go off of what he has right now, okay? No. We don't do that here, love goddess. Thank you. We look to God to restore our relationships and our marriages. We appreciate you. You said my toes so scrunched up, I broke a nail. Ain't that wild? So think about this, right? They have planned for a new metropolis, but God planned for something else. When He says that they're going to inherit the world and all of its destruction, that has a lot to do with right now. Because if it never gets built back up over there, what did they actually get? Nothing. And if God is going to avenge the blood and the deaths of the babies and all of the kids, well, what exactly are you getting if you go there? Judgment. Lining everybody up. And they don't even see it. And it's really scary. Here we go. I will gather you, and I will blow on you with my fiery wrath, and you will be melted inside her. As silver is melted in a furnace, so you will be melted inside her, and you will know that I, the Lord, have poured out my wrath on you. He said, I'm gathering y'all out. Hey, y'all been looking at the last couple of times he said stuff like this. We got places like Sodom, where it's completely melted down. How you burning rocks? And it looks like exactly what he said. But people take God's mercy and His grace for granted and think that, we have power, we have money, we can do whatever, we got influence, we can do whatever we want. God said, now you done put yourself in my place. Hello? Ugh. Again, the word of the Lord came to me. Son of man, say to the land, you are a land that has not been cleansed or rained on in the day of wrath. There is a conspiracy of her princes within her, like a roaring lion taking its prey. They devour people. They take treasures and precious things and make many widows within her. Is that what happened in Azag? And some other places around Azag? It's a lot of widows. People's possessions are gone. Soldiers have enriched themselves on people's hard-earned everything that they accumulated over there. Interesting. How did Ezekiel know? Her priests do violence to my law and profane my holy things. Don't type it here, but we talked about where Jesus was born yesterday. Do you think that God would want to see that place demolished? Completely torn down. Do you think He would want to see that? Would you want to see your birth city completely just destroyed, obliterated, burned, craters in the ground. What would that do for your heart? The people, the streets, the stores, just gone. They do not distinguish between the holy and the common. They teach that there is no difference between the unclean and the clean. I'm going to show you something. Who's been made, and just use the initials, an honorary Prince of Peace? Just use the initials. I was going to say use them backwards, but it's fine. Okay. So then he would be a prince of the place that we just read about, that we're reading about. If you go back up here, to 6, verse 6, see how each of the princes of blank who are in you uses his power to shed blood. Is that relevant to right now? And would he be considered one of those of that place? Bribes? Yes. Familial things that shouldn't be going on? Yes. Using honeypots? Yes. They have profaned and said that something that is not good is good. Clearly, you're not the POP, because everywhere you go, there is chaos. So it doesn't matter what ordination man puts on you, you will see them and know them by their fruits. Yes or no? You could call me a white woman. That don't mean I am one. Oh my God, she's the best white woman I've ever met in my life. And I'm sitting here with you could say it. It don't make it true. Oh my God, like I've never met a white woman like CERCA. Like, oh my God, like she's so great. Like, I don't know, and then like even when she goes out in the sun, like she doesn't burn. Like, oh my God. Doesn't make it true. I'm a nigga through and through. Do you hear me? It's the truth. So you can call me the POP, but the proof is in the pudding of what I am and who I am and what I do and what I believe in. And technically right now, good morning, DT is a prince of this place right now, as of 20 and 22. They show us in 24, 25, but it's been a thing probably since 2016 for real. Isn't that interesting? Would you have considered him a prince of that place? Would you think that someone like that would be considered a prince of that place? See how relevant Ezekiel was to 2026? How did you know? Tell me. How did he know way back when the DT was going to be a POP, but not a real one? And everything that is in here, he's been accused of. Interesting. We in Ezekiel 22, sis. Does it make you think? Does it make you think? Who man calls holy, it don't matter if God don't say they not or are. This is the same thing I be telling y'all about ordination. It don't mean nothing if it don't come from God. You can swear. It's the same thing as being sworn in. You can swear in to be the police chief that you gonna do right, you gonna tell the truth all the time. You been a creep. You been a criminal. You just never got caught. But God is taking score, honey. He ain't missed not one account. You said yes, it does, because he put these mysteries for us to find them. I'm grateful that I paid attention. Come on. You said it made my stomach hurt. Do me a favor. Go look up how many princes that place got. You said for the past month, the Lord has been leading me to read Ezekiel 22 and 23. Every single morning I've gotten to the point where I grumble about it each time, but reluctantly read it, not knowing why. Now I know, girl. He be trying to warn you about what's coming. This is the playbook. And people don't believe it. You hear me? When has it been wrong for us yet? Whether we read in the books that everybody else read or the other ones. When has it been wrong? And some of these books is over 4,000, 3,000, however many years ago, way before Jesus. Hello. You said you can see it all now coming faster than some thought. Yeah. Yeah. I'll be right back. I just want y'all to think about that. Go look up how many princes is over there from that place. Don't list them here. Just write them down if you can. Alright, y'all. Sorry. Do they got a lot of them? Did y'all look it up and see? Hey? How many they got? It's so interesting. You hear me? How Ezekiel knew what was going to be going over there, right now in 20 and 26. It's mind blowing. How he knew who was going to be the POP that ain't really a POP. That he knew that the POP would be involved in some mess that didn't make no sense. And, excuse me, something that a POP should never be involved with. I find it very interesting. Good morning. Ain't that crazy? Sometimes it's not all the hooping and hollering you need. Sometimes you need to sit and look at what's right in front of you and see if it applies to today. And I believe that this Ezekiel 22 applies to every single thing that we are seeing in our news today about a specific group of people. It ain't been one thing that we have read in Ezekiel 22 that don't apply to them right now. Good morning, Jamila. How is it doing over there? I saw it's even more wildfires. You're not close to them, are you? Are you okay up there? Hold on, y'all. Because she in Canada. And we trying to figure out if she by the wildfires or not. Are you far away from them? No, I'm not close, but there is many out of control. Interesting. Thank you. Because I saw it was some more of them, and I'm like, oh, Lord, I know that's your area. So this is crazy. Real crazy. Did we talk about it, though? We talked about that specifically. All right. Sorry, y'all. It's real crazy. All right. It says, and they shut their eyes to the keeping of my Sabbath, so that I am profaned among them. Her officials within her are like wolves tearing their prey. Would you say that's accurate to the place that we're reading about? We did talk about it. We're in Ezekiel 22, NIV and KJV. And right now we're in the 27th verse. Can you give me the definition of officials? Please. I've been doing a lot more stretching because, man, this body is getting old. And it be achy for no reason. What's the definition? Good morning, Carol. Of officials. Tell me. Lawmakers. You said the government, company, or organization. Mm-hmm. What y'all got? Y'all sleep YouTube? I think YouTube is running behind a little bit. As an adjective, it means approved, authorized, or done by someone in power. As a noun, it means a person who holds a job with duty and power in a group or government. Organization or government department. Good job. All right. So her government or the government within her are like wolves tearing their prey. They shed blood and kill people to make unjust gain. Accurate? Is this accurate for the place that we're reading about? Good morning, sister. Her prophets whitewash these deeds for them by false visions and lying divinations. Polly! I've seen the Lord and he... You're the synagogue of Satan, lady. You must not have read the story of Herod. Can y'all tell me in the book of Nicodemus, I believe it is, or is it Ezra? I think it's either Ezra or Nicodemus. I believe it's Ezra. It's Ezra. I think it's Ezra. It's Ezra, not Nicodemus. Ezra. It, ain't Herod on a fiery throne and his homeboys is all around him? Ain't that what we read? Is that what we read? That everybody that got together to unalive the Hebrew boys and was coaxing him on to do whatever he was going to do was sitting around his fiery throne with him. He on the hot seat and his homeboys is right next to him. Ain't that what we read? And I believe it was the visions of Ezra or questions of Ezra, somewhere around there. Ain't that what we read? All of his advisors. Interesting. Wonder if that history is going to repeat itself. They say this is what the sovereign Lord says when the Lord has not spoken. So where are them tongues coming from then? Where's all the quickenings of your Holy Spirit coming from, young lady, if you are telling people to side with the people that are going to bring the Antichrist to earth? Is that the Holy Spirit speaking through her when she's speaking in tongues? You think? Knowing all the atrocities that are standing in the room with her, you think that's the Holy Ghost? For real? You believe it? Excuse me. The people of that land practice extortion and commit robbery. Accurate? Yes, I do know certified. Are we seeing it? That very land specifically. And not just in one place. It's happening all over the world. How did Ezekiel know what they would be doing in 20 and 26? They oppress the poor and needy and mistreat the foreigner, denying them justice. Accurate or no? They do, Tony. You said very, Joy? Good morning, Pumpkin. Okay. I looked for someone among them who would build up the wall and stand before me in the gap on behalf of the land so I would not have to destroy it, but I found no one. Hmm. Could that be because anywhere that you say the name of his son, you can get spit in your face or beaten in that land right now? Could that be why? Hmm? Because in a minute, the people that believe in his son will be pushed out. You understand that? Anybody that believes in the Creator's Son is going to be pushed out and probably jailed or unalived. Is that why God is going to destroy the land? Could that be why? Because in the land that he consecrated, it's a lot of stuff that's going on that make his land unholy. And the princes of those places are extorting people and doing all sorts of craziness. And it's a lot of bloodshed at their hands. How did Ezekiel know in 20 and 26? This could have happened in 1952. It could have happened whenever. But for him to list all of these things and for all of these things to be happening with this group of people in 20 and 26 is wild. Not one thing that we read on this thing is not relevant to right now. Hey T, you done left the gym? So I will pour out my wrath on them and consume them with my fiery anger. I need the definition for wrath, consume, and we know anger. But wrath and consume. What's the definitions? Oh, excuse me. Destroy, wrath, and consume. Destroy, wrath, and consume. What are the definitions for those three? It just doesn't feel right for the whole world right now. Right. Destroy, wrath, and consume. What's the definition? Destroy, wrath, and consume. What we got? Destroy, to ruin the structure, organic existence, or condition of, to damage beyond repair. Ooh, boy. You heard that? Thank you, Nisi Poo. Huh? You heard that? Wild. Wrath, righteous judgment. Right. Retributory punishment for an offense or crime, divine chastisement. Consume means to use up, eat, drink, or destroy by using. Okay. You said wrath is a formal or old-fashioned noun that means extreme, intense anger, fury, or deep-seated hostility, often combined with a strong desire or intent to punish. Or to exact revenge. Interesting. So that's how God is feeling about a certain group of people that live in a certain area that got princes over there that be messing with their family members and children and doing all kind of crazy stuff. Got it. Here we go. Bringing down on their own heads all they have done. Come again and say what? So everything that y'all did in Azag, everything that y'all doing in Sudan, in the Congo, because understand they're behind all of that. Everything that you're doing in all of the places, because they're behind all of it, because they need for their Lord and Savior to be put on their throne that they got for him and to sit in the temple. And so then they have to be around all the chaos around. They have to be behind it. And God's wrath will come regardless of what they do. Anger in God ain't what they want. Too late. It's too late. Ain't that crazy? He said, oh yeah, let them. Maybe that's why he's allowing them to do every single thing they think they're big enough and bad enough to do, because literally he's just stacking the blocks against them. But when he knock them down, it ain't going to be nothing like the wrath that they're raining down on people. He said, I'm going to give y'all back every single thing that you all are dishing out. What? So you see how they smirk and snicker right now? They won't be shortly. God sees, he ain't missed nothing. It's not 1 ounce of blood that he doesn't know where it went and what it came from and who pushed the button and who pulled the trigger. He knows. He knows at the very moment that each little baby took their last breath from starvation. He knows each person that took their last breath when they were just going to get rice or some type of nourishment for their family and they were being, you know, laser tagged. He ain't missed not one thing. And it looks as though they have the advantage. But in the very area where they live, he said it's going to be a river of blood. And what we did the math, what was it like? Was it 200 miles or something like that when we did the math? And then the numbers of how much blood is in each person multiplied by however many. Y'all remember we did this? Hey, it was 200 miles. Could you imagine a river of blood 200 miles long all the way up to a horse's bridle? And we did most times at the shoulder or where the mouth of the horse is. It could be between 4 and 7 feet depending on the horse. Could you imagine? It is, Tony. That's wild. You remember, Trina, we did the math. You said talking about a butt whooping, that part. You remember that class? Okay. We're approaching that time now. Remember when we were adding up how many soldiers and how many this and that and blah, blah, blah. All of that's relevant to right now, y'all. Because I don't know if y'all saw it, but Nari said they will not be negotiating until 29. January 21st, or 29th to be exact. Horse's bridle is usually between 4 and 6 feet high. Come on. That's why I said 4 or 7 feet. I think the tallest horse bridle was right at 7 foot, and that was one of the super big ones. You said the math just made my eyes water, right? So I'm about 5 and some change. I don't know how tall y'all are, but do you think that you could swim in 4 to 6 feet of blood? 4 to 7 feet, 4 to 6 feet of blood? Blood. Hmm? We already looked up how hard it would be for... Right. Right, niece. Just thinking about it, I'm 5'5". Help us, Dad. You said, and that is coagulated and smelling? No, ma'am, I cannot. Right. Right. For 200 miles, too. 200 miles can take you to another state. 200 miles, depending on where you're going, could take you through 2 or 3 states, depending on where you're crossing at. Could you imagine driving for 200 miles and on the side of the highway there are rivers of coagulated blood at least 6 feet deep? When God says, I'm tired and y'all about to see me. This world is about to see some stuff we can't even comprehend. You said the smell alone with, you know what and the smell. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You said I'm 5'10" and can't begin to imagine walking, never mind swimming in it. All right. So when he said, "Oh, up to the horse's bridle," you said the internet says swimming through blood is impossible as it is thicker and much denser than water. You would sink in it like thick mud. No way. It says you would sink into it like thick mud instead of floating. And y'all want to play with God and baby, listen. I'm just gonna stay in my lane. It ain't nothing. Help me, God. Help me get my life together. If it ain't already together, take out whatever. Cause baby, listen. And y'all want to play with him? Y'all want to talk crazy and act like he ain't who he say he is? Oh, okay. You said I'd pass out trying. Listen. And this is scripture. This ain't that lady on the internet's making it up. This scripture, honey. You said that's what I was wondering too. Yuck. Folks be like, oh, God is so wrathful when he wanna be. Oh, okay, moving on. All right. A brick. Oh yeah, you're at the end. You said I definitely don't want to play with that, right? So we gonna go on to the next chapter because we going to 23, which is so funny that you said that earlier. We're literally going to 23. Go to the next one. We're just moving on over. Now this don't have nothing to do. I'm gonna give y'all a 2-minute break, and I'm gonna tell you to get your stuff on. If you didn't for the first class, get it now, okay? Because we're going to skip through here and then we got some other stuff to talk about. So, this is our intermission. Get your coffee, your snacks, whatever you going to do. Go on and get them. I'll be right back. If you need a shield or hammer or whatever it is that you normally have. He said, I'm over here thinking, what if I step into blood? I can't imagine hearing it cry out, much more swimming in it. You said, I'm going to need a double dose of coffee. I already got mine. So go on and get what you need. We got our intermission. If you got to go wake the kids up, because we about to go to one more place. And then y'all going to be free to do what y'all need to do today. Sorry, y'all. I need to give me some water too. Hold on 1 second. Y'all think vanilla ice cream with some lemon cookies would be good? I'm thinking about making me some more ice cream and putting some some lemon cookie crumbles in it. What y'all think? I might put some strawberry jam in it too. I don't know. I like lemon and strawberry together. Right, yeah. I think I'm gonna make some vanilla ice cream and use my. You said Biscoff caramel ice cream bars. Yes, I know. But I got lemon cookies. You said, oh yes, and top it with some whipped cream. Yeah. I'm thinking about it. I want to do it and see what I got. I'm gonna try it because I like cookies in my ice cream. You said, I'm gonna just think about strawberry ice cream. Listen. You said, I'm just thinking about strawberry ice cream. Listen. But I got some, I made all that strawberry jam. And I'm thinking if I do like layers, like vanilla, and then put my cookies, and then put a little bit of vanilla, then and you can kind of make it like swirl. Lemon and strawberry and some vanilla ice cream, I think it'll be good. You said I got some lemon blueberry ice cream the other day. Listen, I'm telling you, I think it's gonna hit. That's a flavor I ain't never put together, but I'm going to. I'm going to do it. I got some lemon cookies and I think it'll be phenomenal. Girl, just fresh. It don't, it's not real heavy, like you can eat it outside. You said, CERCA, send me some. You said, yep, I'm here for it all. Listen, I bring the drink. Hilarious. Y'all know we like food around here. I'm finally gonna make my blueberry donut holes. I've been saying it. Like strawberry lemonade. Love strawberry lemonade too. I would drink that every day. All right, here we go. Is y'all ready? Do y'all got your armor on? I am not responsible. This is the part I was telling y'all. I'm not responsible for none of how you feel today. So go on and get out, get your ambulance and stuff, because this is the part. I was just getting y'all together and had y'all looking at other people. Now we about to look at us. Is y'all ready? Is you ready? I hope so. Yeah. I'm not responsible. You said it may taste better in ice cream form. You said I had a sorbet, but I didn't care for it. Okay. You said keep me posted because you said that don't sound like the move to me. Oh, it's gonna be good. You said fine, I guess. I hope y'all got your stuff. Let's go. Come on. We in Ezekiel 23. You said let me get a hall pass for this lesson so I can leave. Nope, we ain't giving them out these. No, but I said just put your padding on. If you got a little hard hat or something, get your stuff on. Cause ooh wee, here we go. We in the NIV, y'all. Come on. You can actually leave KJV open too, cause we gonna go over there. The word of the Lord came to me, son of man. There were two women, daughters of the same mother. Say same mother, different father. You said I'm moving to the corner. Uh-oh. Say same mama. That's what I need you to write. Same mama. Go ahead. I'm waiting. Same mama. Uh-huh. You got it down? Different daddy. You might know somebody. Anybody. Is y'all here? Is y'all ready? I feel like somebody then curled up in a blanket or something. Get from under that blanket. Don't pull it up to your chest. Get your pen and paper and set up in the bed. Come on. Set up. Don't be trying to lay down and mope. Get on up. Write your name on your paper. Time and date it. And come on. Okay. You said I just got a hilarious. Yep. Get on up. They became prostitutes in Egypt, engaging in tricking from their youth. You said literally just time and dated my paper. Get on up. You said they was doing what in the Bible days? They was tricking. Wait a minute. They became women of the night in Egypt, engaging in tricking from their youth. You said, you see me? Get up. In that land, their boobies were fondled and their virgin caressed. Why is the Bible talking like that? It's a statement going around where folks is saying, I'm a young hoe. No. I'm young and I'm turned. That's a statement that the young women and men are saying about themselves at this moment. Yes or no? In 20 and 26. Yes. Thank you for telling the truth. Crazy. Interesting. It says the older was named Ohala, and her sister was Ohaliba. Okay? They were mine and gave birth to sons and daughters. Ohala is Samaria, and Holiba is Jerusalem. There's a guy who calls himself a lady of the night. Hilarious. It's true. There's a lot of niggas that's ladies of the night. Moving on. So Samaria and Jerusalem was participating in tricking. You said so true. I just read Genesis 39 where Judah slept with his sister-in-law, Tamar. Wild, right? Or no? Nari made a video of two people together, two people of power, and it was like a South Park cartoon, and the devil was there as well. Right? Or no? There's a cartoon. And there was such and such, and the devil was there. Right? I think it was last year or earlier this year. Y'all remember seeing the video? No? It was a cartoon. Okay? Let's keep going. Y'all see. Ohala engaged in tricking while she was still mine. And she lusted after her lovers, the Assyrians, warriors clothed in blue, governors and commanders, all of them handsome young men and mounted horsemen. She gave herself as a lady of the night to all the elite of the Assyrians and defiled herself with all the idols of everyone she lusted after. So if I go back up here, it's talking about Samaria. Anybody that had a large army, the people of Samaria were willing to submit. Right? Is that any different from the people of today? If people look like they work out and go to the gym, even if they're a horrible person, people are willing to give their bodies. If they are a star in the elite, whether they take care of themselves or not, because of who they are, there are women and men who will put their lives in jeopardy just to be with the elite. Yes or no? Right? So there are people now that are living like ancient Samaria and Jerusalem. Right now. Just because it looks good, I'ma go. Just because it looked like it got money, that's about to be me. Everybody know them, so I'm about to, I don't care, I share. I don't care if they mistreat me, I'ma stay. Because look what I get. You're just mad because you don't get what I get, even though I'm embarrassed, belittled, abused, mistreated, devalued. Do you realize that the people of Israel, the people of Samaria, the people of Jerusalem kept running after power and status? You said, yes, I'll be blown hearing the women speak like that. Cough. Girl, they don't even care no more. They do not. It's a lot of bucket heads running around here. Nothing but rocks in. You said as long as they can say they have a good man, have a man, they good. Right. No. We're gonna move on. Ooh wee. Right. She gave herself as a lady of the night to all the elite of the Assyrians and defiled herself with all the idols of everyone she lusted after. So you a Muslim today, you reading palms tomorrow. This nigga talking about he 3,000 years old, and so whatever it is that he believe in, you doing that right now, and now you a hotep, and now you with this dude or girl, and now you a Israelite, a Hebrew Israelite, and then you get with these people, and now you agnostic, and then you worship whoever you will worship. That wasn't good enough. Let me get my shield. Hey, sister. Good morning. Whatever your friends value, you value that. Whatever your family values, whether it goes against God or not, you value that. Whatever it is that your job believes in, you you value that. You said, so glad I don't have no friends. Huh? I need you to lie for me. I need you to cover up that I'm about to go cheat on my husband, my wife. Don't tell nobody I'm about to. So not only are you a whore, you drag other people into your whoredoms. Don't believe me? Label whores hang out with label whores. Huh? Car whores hang out with biker whores, attention whores. Huh? It ain't only the ones selling their body. Because you can be an attention whore in church. You can tell by your clothes. You can tell by who you sit by, who you talk to, who you try to butter up to. Hold on now. It ain't only in the hotels that people are whores. Hello. You said keeping secrets is what child words do. So if you don't tell nobody, you trying to n-word my integrity, and I can't abide by that. That part. That part. Birds of a feather. Hello. The sad part about it, not much has changed with that area of the world. Because right now they're in bed with some of the worst people on the planet. Huh? Are they not? In the same area. But you know what? The world is in the same state. Isn't that crazy? The same things that ancient Israel kept doing to make God angry is a standard in the world right now. It's expected, it's normal, and it's everything but that. It's abnormal. The things that are accepted now, the fact that we know that thousands of children are being abused in certain agencies, and there's been nothing done about it but keyboard stuff. The fact that we keep seeing unaliving after unaliving live and up close and nothing's been done about it shows you. The Bible talks about injustice. The Bible talks about people paying for what they did and all of these other things. He talks about it. He talks about spilling innocent blood. Now, it doesn't mean that the person is innocent for their whole life. It means the act that cost them their life, they were innocent of that. They weren't doing anything. Hello. There are leaders and officials who act like women of the night. They will sell their sons and daughters. If they have to, they'll sleep with you to get the power that they want. Not much has changed. There are parents that stay with a partner that they know is abusing their kids because they don't want their life to change. They don't want to live beyond their means, so they turn a blind eye and pretend. You said it makes me throw up in my mouth, that disgusting crap we put up with in leadership positions. Listen, sorry y'all, because my eyes is not really feeling this. I need this to be on. Hold on. There we go. Sorry. I gotta do that. It's too early. And it's bright. When it was dark outside, it was okay. Here we go. It's just crazy. I'm sorry, y'all. It says she did not give up being a woman of the night. She began in Egypt, when during her youth, men slept with her, caressed her, and poured out their lust on her. Interesting. Therefore, I delivered her into the hands of her lovers, the Assyrians, for whom she lusted. They stripped her naked, took away her sons and daughters, and killed her with the sword. She became a byword among women, and punishment was inflicted on her. Hold on. So God said, I'm going to let the people that you love more than me take everything from you, maybe even your children. The thing you just couldn't quit touching could cost you your family, your job, your reputation, because you won't stop. You won't let go. You keep toying with the idea of what this person said they not gonna do. Hey, interesting. As my grandma used to say, you think fat meat is greasy. Huh? Or excuse me, you don't believe fat meat is greasy. I'm sorry, because it definitely is. Okay. You hear me? You can keep running after something so long that God will give you over to it. And it's just the devil toying with you to get you outside of the grace of God and the mercy of God. It's always going to be good in the beginning. It's always going to be amazing, especially if it's a trap. It's going to feel good and feel right and all of that. But guess what? 9 times out of 10, it's going to leave you shattered. You said facts. I've been there. Broken, unsure of yourself, questioning everything in your life. There'll be no stability in your mind. Confused every day. Keep on playing with what you ain't supposed to have and be touching. You said you even become paranoid. Yeah, real crazy. You said, then the devil will over indulge you, oh, so that you unalive outside the grace of God. No chance of repentance. I'm trying to tell you, stuck in the mire. Listen, you can keep on. God is not gonna force you. He's not the devil. The devil forces you into things and tricks you into contracts and all that kind of stuff. That ain't how he moves. You hear me? That is not how he moves. He gonna let you do what you need to do. Now he will tap you on your shoulder and say, "Hey, you might not want to go that way. You might not want to do that. You might want to think of a different way to get this done. Just chill. I got it." As a matter of fact, you don't have to do nothing. Just sit down, because you're making a mess of your life. You're making a mess of what my plan is for you, and that's the scary part about thinking that we know more than God, but also continuing to run after something that he has said no to. And sometimes the no is not no forever. It's just no for right now, because he know you're not ready for it. Or he knows that the enemy is sending things that are going to deter you from where God needs you to be. How many people have had a friendship or a relationship and you said this was a waste of time? I could have been doing something else better with my time. 9 times out of 10, that relationship and or job or whatever it was out of God's will. He probably told you no. So you was like, I want to waste my time anyway. He said, facts, I wanted to stay in control so bad I didn't even recognize that I was starting a spiral, walked right into the trap. I'm trying to tell you, waiting on God is better. Yeah. What you doing? It's too early for you to be putting your hand up. What did I do? Good morning. Okay. All right. Her sister, Ahaliba, saw this. Yet in her lust and in her woman of the night, she was more depraved than her sister. Who gonna be honest and say when you was out there and you was trying to sin, you was trying to do it the biggest and the best that you could do it? Who will be honest? Ain't nobody gonna out sin me. And it don't even have to be partners. It could be you gonna be the but what glory did that bring to God? Guilty. I was out there thinking I knew what was best, and then boom, found myself in a messy situation. Uh-oh. You said me? Okay. We gonna tell the truth over here. Hello. You wouldn't. We ain't supposed to be in here anyway, but if I'm gonna be in here, I'm about to. Okay? You said me. I wanted to be the best of them all. Ain't that so crazy? Thank you, Nadi. That the trophies that the devil gives you are really trophies of shame, regret. Oof. You said none. And it made me depressed and then resulted in a marriage that was never supposed to be mine. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You said the MC had a chokehold on my life. Uh-oh. You said that shame and regret will have you sleeping all night, tossing and turning, replaying what you did. Come on. You said if you're going to do it big. Listen. Oh, daddy. Kiva. Sorry, Kiva. You said, I repent of the filth I did every day. You said, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ain't it crazy how that work out? Good morning. Crazy how that work out, ain't it? Everything that the world tells you to be proud of is detestable. And if you have any sense when you get older, you be like, oh my. What was I thinking? So happy I came up with social media wasn't a thing. I'm so happy that you got the Polaroids. That can be burnt. The rest of it, what proof do you have that I was even there? What no location devices? Who? You said you saw me where? Probably not. probably, probably not. Now, you got people that be like, yeah, no, that's you. Do you see yourself there? Right there, right, Queen. See, I have another picture here, and then there's a video. Would you like to see it? Absolutely not. What would you do in taking pictures of me? What would you do with it? Julia? Listen, baby, y'all be crazy to do anything right now. Mm-mm. Not the way you be folks be tracking folks, and it's always somebody looking with their camera. I thank God I was out here in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Early 2000s, before that was a thing. You said I was married. Why did a snake link up and say, you said, I've been looking for you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You said, I just thank God he didn't take me out in my filthy self and had mercy on me. This part, you said sneaky link from before marriage. Yeah, they always pop back up. Always. You said freeze frame and zoom in. Listen. You said, I won't say getting over it is easy. Uh-oh. I done missed something. I'm going to stay out y'all business. You said I had every red light, stop sign, and dead end sign not to marry that man, and then did it anyway. Girl, I think we all might have one of them stories. What we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Listen. Listen. Yeah. The devil is cunning. But you know what's even more cunning? Your mind, if you don't allow God to rule over it. Your mind be the one tricking you. And we'll get mad at the devil, but like, wait, it's your fault. Because God gave you all the signs, all of us. And we'd be like, yeah, I know that's a big red sign, but I'm going to ignore it. Yeah, I might have been a little hazy. I don't know if it was a really big red sign. What was on it? Well, what shape was it? Was it a triangle or... It's not an... Was it an arrow? Because an arrow can mean go forward with it. Timothy, listen. Was it a green arrow? Yellow? You know, the arrow color matters. No, nigga. It's the arrow. That part. You said God sent not one, not two, but 3 dreams. Uh-oh. My way telling me not to marry that man. I allowed myself to be pressured thinking it was what I was supposed to do. I should have listened to God. That part, you said. I cut off all my sneaky links when I met my man. They mad. You said, laugh out loud. I was like, you can cheat on your partner, but I'm not cheating on mine. That part. That part. That part. You said, but even in my disobedience, God blessed me. He gave me K in the midst of the mess. And I'm so grateful. Me too. Because what would WOIU be without Deacon K? Come on. Listen. Listen. We got to go through something. I told you how it worked. The fertilizer got to go down to grow the good stuff. You said been celibate for 6 years. That part. The fertilizer got to go down to get the apples and the oranges and stuff. And the corn. And all of that. You said my hub brought up a past boyfriend the other day. I'm thankful I ain't doing no mess no more. Come on. That part. Listen. I don't want it. So understand this. Okay? You can do what you want. Just understand you're going to pay for everything you do. And it might not be today. It might not be tomorrow, but baby, we are not getting away. So you would want to try to ask God which way he wants you to move a little bit differently from how you been. Especially if you have any type of feelings in your stomach that it ain't right. Yeah. So, I'm gonna let y'all finish this. You said, when the man is doing that, it's time to go. This is my thing. I was telling God today, with the way the world is going, thank you for waking me up. Thank you. Thank you. You hear me? Thank you for waking me up. Because I could have been still being CERCA. Yeah. Thank you for changing me. And in the moment, in the time that we in, so grateful. You said that's the difference now. The spirit convicts. Come on. And I told you I used to be trying to climb out the. I'm about to get out of this protection that you done put here for me, and now I'm like, you said go outside of the protection he put up for me. Who are you and what do you want? Why would I do that? Just cause? Is you crazy? You work for the devil? You work for the devil. A nigga used to be saying, psst, hey, can you get me out of here? Get you out of where? Out of the protection of God. You don't want to be in there? No. I'm ready to have some fun. Right? This used to be, yes. Hey, psst, hey, hey. You know anybody who can get me out of here? Huh? Do you? Why would you want to leave protection? Why would you want to leave a place where all your needs are met? Why would you want to leave a place where somebody loves you? Hey, listen, you're going too deep into it. I don't have much time. It's going to be coming. Do you know a way out of here? Do y'all realize that's what we used to say to the devil every time we allowed him in our life? Can you get me out of peace? Can you get me out of joy? Can you get me out of security? Can you get me out of forgiveness? You said I asked God to help me with all my shortcomings because I want to be right with him, this part. You said that's why they say they miss you. Over here, you said they see what you're teaching is true. Listen, you said I was sneaking out the back door, laugh out loud, just goofy. You said now I'm in Jesus jail with 3 hots in the car, and I love it. Leave me right here. Listen. You said I wouldn't be paying attention to nothing if I was in my mess. Grateful God woke me up and allowed me to change. He could have taken me out of here. This part, I love it here too. Listen, I'm cool with being. I got my little, he got me up in the tower and stuff, and I just be over here. You said, oh, y'all been on here at the crack of dawn? Oh yeah, yeah. I woke up early this morning. And I figured, well, I ain't figured nothing. I was reading, and then I read that, and I figured I'd come share it with y'all. He gave me what to read. And so then we just went on to the next chapter, and we talking about how. Who? Are you talking to me? You talking to me? I'm about to go real quick. I'm not going. Yeah, it's 165 minutes, but I'm not leaving just yet because we got some other stuff. If we we'll get up. Y'all know how they do. That part, Trina. That part. Yeah. Yeah, we got up early. I was gonna get on it too. But I was like, they'll be real angry at me, so I'll wait. I know y'all getting the kids up and stuff. I tried to get on when y'all be up making lunches and stuff. Because the school year about to start back. So I don't want to be taking up, taking up y'all time and stuff. Good morning, nephew. He said, I guess I got to rewatch and get my head busted. We ain't going nowhere just yet, y'all. You said, yep. I just made them some ham and cheese wrap croissants. Ooh. Uh-oh. He said, so glad I caught class this morning before work. Right. Well, we probably, I mean, he woke me up early. I've been asking. Because, baby, I do not like getting up at 8 o'clock. I don't like it. Listen, we still going though. We ain't got, I did this early because it's only 7. So we got to about 8:30 or so. Then I'm going to let y'all do what y'all got to do. Hello. You said the kids on my school bus know you. Hi, babies. Hi, TT babies. That's so crazy. The kids on the school bus know they TT Circa. Hey, and you better be good too, or I'm gonna come over there and thump you on your forehead. Don't give no problems. Listen, you said so we read in Ezekiel 22, and we related it to current events. Okay, we related it to current events, and they do big time. If you open your eyes, you will see it. I'm gonna make some biscuits and some croissants later. Listen, I told y'all I'm gonna go on and make my donut holes today. I was waiting. I'm gonna make them finally, but I'm also gonna make that ice cream because I think that'll be good together. Blueberry donut holes with some vanilla and lemon cookie ice cream with a little strawberry something in here. It's gonna be nice. Yes, they say you watching that lady. They love story time. Aww. Girl, I gotta get back to it, but I know spice in here is dangerous. Might be like some of their rooms. It's a little messy in TT room. Like it's, I mean, it's not messy. It's just a lot of stuff in here. Like everything got a place except for these papers on the floor. Those need to be put back in my room. But other than that, yeah, it's not much space to do no dressing up. Back then, I didn't have all of this stuff in here. You said I was about to have these old-fashioned oats with maple syrup, brown sugar, sausage, and you better like it. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. You said nothing elaborate this morning, girl. That's one of the best one, girl. And then tell him to pour him a little of the sausage grease in there a little bit with the butter and the sugar and stuff, and then tell him to use his sausage as a spoon. Oh. Man, that's one of the baby with a fried egg on the top of that. Ooh. You said it's really hard for me to eat when I wake up. I pretty much skip breakfast every day. Mm-hmm. I like me some waffles too. I could eat waffles for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I don't really eat early in the morning either. Normally, whenever I'm getting off here is when I'm eating my first meal. So if I don't get off here till 5 p.m., that's when I'm about to eat. Yeah, crazy, right? I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so if y'all want to, you said, oh, he already knows what to do. You said he's no stranger to oats. You said, but I don't feel like doing the most this morning, girl. And don't. Listen, I don't know if it's the signals in the air. You said love when you get dramatic when it comes to food. I love food. I do. Food make me happy. I don't know if it's the signals in the air or what, but there is like pressure. Do y'all feel like it's like a blanket? I am. I like food because it reminds me of my grandma. All of my friends, you can't be my friend if we can't enjoy food together. You feel it? Do y'all feel it? It's like pressure. You said yes, and everything feels slow and muffled. Yes. Like distorted almost. Like, like that. Like a weighted blanket. Yes, my legs have been feeling heavy and tired. Okay. Feeling the need to take extra naps and like just sit for a minute. Absolutely. I just told my husband, um, like the world is in a stagnant fog. Yes. Yes. My legs have been killing me too. Girl. Okay, so it's not just me. Got it. Legs been killing me. You said we are big bags. Legs are very tight and heavy. My cousin will tell you I've been using my massagers and my stretcher almost every night. Not a joke. You said exactly. My body feels heavy, especially in my legs. They're braced for something, like I have to be ready to run or girl. Listen, it's both my left and my right. When I tell you my cousin, I was showing her, say, nigga, I gotta hit the back of my knees with this massager every night. Cause the tension, that's so crazy. They are happening different. You're right. Everyone in my house is tired and had headaches. I got a headache yesterday and been sore. Go look up that poisoning and see. And then tell me, how many wireless devices do you have around you right now? I got one, two, three, four, plus my Wi-Fi box is five, six. There's another phone in there. I got about, you said at least six in every room. Our headphones are wireless devices. So that's one, two right here. So that's another. You said I have six in use now. Now do me a favor. Go look up that type of poisoning and see what the symptoms are. You said this has been happening over the weekend since today, like a big blanket. Uh-huh. Just look and see if you see something. You hear me? Look and see. Yeah. You got 9. Mm. You said I'm at dialysis. They all around. This MF, interesting. Okay, so look, let me ask you a question. It happens when a high dose of ionizing radiation hits the body in a short time. It damages DNA. Okay. Well, you know you can't type out the whole thing. I just wanted y'all to see. We not typing the stuff, we just seeing it. Remember, everybody got to go looking, and then they just go know it, Trina, so that they don't. That's why I didn't say it out loud. I didn't want y'all to type it either. That's why I just was like, this poisoning. Because AI is reading all the comments, so that's why I didn't want y'all doing it. You said I had a headache Saturday morning and slept to get rid of it. This morning it was here again, right? Uh-uh. I said, don't type it. We not typing now, we just knowing. Right. We just knowing now. If everybody go look at it, then we'll know what it is. Okay. You said, yeah, we just knowing, and I know. Thank you. You said, Kids sick already. School just started. Interesting. Hmm. You said fell asleep to you and woke up. Hilarious. Well, good morning, Tosh. Good morning. Are you seeing something that is interesting? Did you look at the symptoms of that? Weakness and fatigue. Interesting. Has anybody been feeling weak or fatigued? Dirt, Mert, Gert. Clearly, I didn't want to answer. I don't know if you know, and sad to say, you don't know what's in there either. So, this is why we shouldn't assume, and we should just let people mind their business. Because my water's right here. But what's in my cup ain't none of nobody's business. Oh, okay. Just because I'm on the internet don't mean I don't gotta tell you everything. That's not what that equates to. I'm sorry. Not sorry. All right. So, yeah, I want to talk about our favorite show. We'll do the first season only. Do you hear me? You said I have 4 in my room alone, and 3 and 2 in others. Other rooms 3 and 2. Okay. Or y'all think we should wait until the weekend? It's Wednesday. Most nights I've been falling asleep by 8:30. Can't stay awake. Listen, by 5 or 6. That's why I've been waking up at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Weird hours. I told y'all I laid down the other day at what, like 3 when we got off here, baby. I didn't wake up till 9 o'clock. In real life, it was 9 o'clock. Listen, fatigue for no reason. I've been coloring. His dark materials. Y'all want to see? You said I've been ready for bed by 6 and waking up between 1 and 2. That's what I'm on, Kim. I was like, what is this? I thought it was menopause. Hello. I thought it was menopause. The whole time, y'all. As we are watching our show, this is what I've been working on. You see? You see, I gotta cover that black. I don't like skulls in my stuff, so I always end up like making them into a rock, which he'll be shortly. But this is what I've been coloring while we've been doing our class on what's the name? Y'all see his violin? It look like the water almost. Y'all see it? I'm working on it. Can y'all see? You said no energy to even wash dishes. That part. I ain't even gonna. I told y'all I had to do some stuff around the house. He said I started watching the trailers of his dark material since I don't have HBO, but pretty much I've been catching on. Come on. Okay. All right. Trying to get my mind together because, baby, I be feeling like it's time to go get back into bed or just not really having the energy to do much. And it makes you think about just a lot of our sci-fi movies. a lot of our sci-fi movies has been making me think about that we have watched. Listen, you said I saw my storage unit overdrew my account yesterday. You said after I watched Golden Compass, I was pausing every couple of minutes. Huh? So you didn't get to finish watching it? You said I started that page as well. You said I love your colors. Oh, thank you. You said the heat out here been draining. It's like, dang, I don't want to do. Yeah, okay. Cause I went outside yesterday. I said, what in the? My cousin said, you outside in the heat? Well, I haven't been outside. Baby, I got out there and it was. Oh, okay. You said don't. You said don't want me way to wake him up. You said I feel bad or just feeling bad throughout the day. Oh. Hmm. Yeah. So my cousin was telling me about a website where you can watch it. I have to get it from her. You said all those quakes are the same magnitude. I believe it. We talked about it though. That's the thing. We talked about all of this. We talked about it. Who remembers that people used to be saying that's not over here, it's only happening in this place? And I said that's the problem with people. They feel like because it ain't happening where they are at that it's not happening. Do y'all see that now more? People are like, oh, I'm not worried about it's not happening over here, but it is in your area. I saw in Indiana yesterday they ran out of gas. Sun City in Indiana. Look at it. A lady said it took her 4 hours to get home. No. 4 hours. I said, oh, it has begun. And we talked about this, keeping some specific things in your car just in case. Look. Out here, we've got helicopters everywhere. It's like a horror movie out here. We've got helicopters everywhere. The roads are parking lots. It's like we're all trying to exit town, and there's no gas, no power, nowhere to go. We're stuck. The car is officially off. No gas. It's hot. We've got all the doors open, and Agnew's annoyed. So I'm gonna stop updating you guys. He wants me to sit here in hot silence and just burn up and do nothing. What happened in Indiana that people were stuck in their cars? It was hot and good morning and there was no gas. And everybody was trying to get out of town and it was helicopters. What happened? Huh? Somebody said, are you in Hawkins? People get on my nerves. You said, sounds like you were in a Portage area where a house exploded and they were dealing with that. I don't know, but somebody said it took them 4 hours to get home. No gas, no power, roads blocked. You said, but an Uber is exempt from the chaos. Listen, somebody said Indiana here, currently watching TV, just got gas a few hours ago. Laugh out loud. We had severe storms. I don't know what was going on. You said haven't heard of Pete. That sounds awful being stuck in traffic, but didn't we talk about it? You said, and I seen smart cars are directing people to the wrong location for charging stations and they're getting stuck in the street. Did we? Did we talk about it? looking for. Interesting. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm noticing now whenever I say something on my phone or my iPad, it doesn't allow me to see what I be needing to see. Interesting. All right, well. Food banks are dry. You said my dad got like 4 cars that's not running anymore on his land. Might have to fill them tanks and put some stabilizer in them, right? You said we talked about this for sure. You said, yeah, okay, just told me his dream from last night and my mind is blown. It lines up with his dark materials and what we just talked about. He bust my head straight off the wake up. Oh, I bet he did. What'd he say? Listen. Again, this is why I used to ask my kids, what did you dream? Every morning? Every morning. You gonna hear, good morning, what did you dream? Good morning, did you sleep good? Okay, did you have a dream? I still ask them now. Because sometimes God give me a piece of it and give you. He said, mind you, he was not awake for this class this morning. He just got up. I believe it, baby. You said the dying place had no power. You said they said the wildlife from Canada was an issue. They had tornadoes and bad rain. The indie place. Interesting. Oh, interesting. Everybody was trying to leave. One of those smart trucks shut down on 635 in Dallas. You said 2 weeks ago and had the entire 2-lane freeway shut down. Interesting. Mm. Mm. So exactly like we saw in Leave the World Behind, the cars that drive themselves had the highways backed up. Is what you're saying? Interesting, Heidi. Interesting. Did we talk about it? I'm sitting here somewhere. Who got a road atlas in your car? Who? Oh, Canada. You said he dreamed a creature from space came and took me and my mom, and he saw a secret door. The door opened and islands came up out of the earth and went into space. He hopped across all 5 islands and got on the. Hold on. Interesting. Yeah, that do sound like his dark materials. Hello. Did you see your fearless leader switched up planes over in Turkey? Yes, I did. He's not my fearless anything though. But yeah, I did. We said I was almost taken at 9. It's not a game. Listen. Said this man in my town got like 4 monster trucks. I know he'll be okay in the situation. All I'm gonna say is this. It's a lot going on, and I don't know why the videos I be saving are not. Hold on. This is wild. That's crazy. is wild. I don't know. Right. You said both my sons have had dreams of large amounts of water. This is the thing. A lot of people don't. The secret door and the monster told him to walk through it if he wanted us back. Kay went through the door and the monster zoomed away. Turns out the monster worked for God and God made a door for him to go back. God is already showing that baby. Yeah, yeah. It's a lot of stuff happening in the elements today. Y'all, this the thing. He said to earth and God, and the monster came down from heaven to fight the evil secret monster with a cow head and one horn. Whoa, that was super big. And using his horn to cut down buildings and destroy the world. Girl. And you know that the Leviathan is coming to avenge. He's at the Deacon K. And the fact that you know it's a cow head, a monster. Yeah. Yep. You gonna write that down, Mom. ASAP, please, if you can. Eat right. I believe it, baby. So, again, we're in the moments where they want to reveal this peace man, but not the one we know, the other one. We're right at the moment. We're just waiting. And you know, people are like, oh, they're starting to build the temple. I'm like, I wrote it down and timed it and dated it. Young man is dreaming dreams, yes. And this is why it's important to talk to your kids about what they dream, because he own it. Now, how many of y'all is happy, not happy, but as you watch his Dark Materials, you seeing something? Or Golden Compass too. Do you see a lot that's going on in our world right now in there? Seeing anything that's important or relevant in any way? Yes. Only the first season. Only the first season. That's all we're going to talk about. Because some people haven't got through the first season yet. We don't want to spoil it for them. It's wild, right? One, we realize how blind we've been. And we realize how long we've been watching TV. You said, I gotta find that movie. I watched The Cowhead Man. And you had to wipe yourself down in fish juice so they couldn't sniff you out. Interesting. Which show you talking about? His Dark Materials? You said you guys gotta tune into that new movie called The Last House. Everybody keep saying watch it. It's a couple of them I got written down here. Somebody else said it too, Sasha. Good morning. Oh, you talking about Troll. Are you talking about Troll? Oh, I don't know. It's a whole bunch of them you could watch. I don't know none off the top of my head right now. You said, that was Troll, I think. Or Greenland, one of them. You said Golden Compass, trying to separate the children from their demon early because the dust will get them. You said when they mature. The last battle is for freedom. Listen, it's crazy. Right, right, right. Well, we only talking about season 3. I mean, not season 3, season 1. We're not telling nobody the end. Right. So listen, I'm gonna let folks go do the rewatch, and then I'm gonna go and handle a few things, and then we'll probably get back on a little bit later this afternoon. Is that okay with y'all? Because we was going, I don't know why the videos I'm going to talk to you about, so I'm going to have to look on my iPad and see if I saved them on there. Because for whatever reason, unless I download them, when I go back to share them with y'all, they're not in place. So I'm going to go and do what I need to do real quick, and then I'll get back on here in a little bit. Okay? Right. You right. I love y'all. Okay? And we got a 3-hour class right here for rewatchers. Okay. You said, what time is the food gonna be ready? You said I got the drink. I'm probably not gonna eat just right now. I need to handle some other stuff first. I love y'all.